So, welcome to the City FM 89 studios.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in. We had to drag you from, you don't live here, right?
No, I'm in Lahore most of the time, basically.
But you're Karachiite.
Yeah, I'm born and raised Karachi, but I went to Lahore last October just because fate had me go to Lahore. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And what's the music scene like in Lahore? Because, I mean, we're stuck here in Karachi. I mean, I get to go a couple of times. I know a lot of musicians from there as well. But, like, I don't know what the behind the scenes, like, scene is, music scene.
Okay, so I feel like it's the best way to describe it is different. I would definitely say that, like, there are a lot more musicians over there. I also feel like Lahore in general, like, values things like art and music. Like, I feel like Lahore, like, a lot of people see it as like a cultural hub, and I think that trickles down to, you know, being a musician, of course. Like, over there, people just seem to have more appreciation. They're more down to show up. Like, you know, there are more gigs. People are, you know, even like your friends and stuff over there, they will be helping you organize, helping you set up. There's a much bigger like community spirit, and there are just a lot more musicians. Like, I think a lot of them, like, a lot of the musicians who I've met and who are, like, you know, in the scene right now are in Lahore. So I think that's what's amazing about it.
I think we're gonna have to, like, head to Lahore and, like, have one of these community things together. Okay, so tell me a little bit about your music, because your music is not very, very mainstream, I'd say.
It's not,
and we're like a mainstream radio station, so we can tell, like, but it does have a very specific, like, voice to it. It has a very specific sound to it. So tell me a little bit about it. Like, how did you get into it?
So I'd say my, like, roots and my influences have never ever been pop. Not that I'm saying pop music is bad. Like, I have enjoyed a lot of it, but, like, I grew up on stuff like Led Zeppelin, on, like, Pink Floyd. My dad was, like, spoon feeding me that stuff since I was 5.
Right.
And, like, I don't know, I just feel like I've always, like, since a kid, like, even in terms of my personality, like, I've always never really felt like I fit the mold. So I felt like even the music I've, like, listened to has been different growing up. Like, you know, then, like, when I was a teenager, I started going into, like, alt rock, like Muse, Radiohead. I even listened to a lot of classical music like Chopin, Rachmaninoff, like all that stuff. Like, those are my core influences.
Okay.
Like rock, but also classical. So, like, when I make music, a lot of the theory and, like, the things that I use, like, are from, like, you know, that classical kind of a background, but also with that, like, rocky sound. But then over time, like, you know, growing up, like, I lived in London for a few years. Over there, like, being exposed to all different types of music, that also, like, those various influences just kind of, like, created this really interesting mix. So no, you're completely right. Like, it's not a very mainstream sound, but at the same time, I don't think it sounds too experimental. Like, I still feel like the average person can listen, they can relate to the melodies, they can relate to what I'm saying. They just get, like, a different flavor.
Absolutely. And I mean, more and more music, people who like music are trying to branch out into other genres. The genres have kind of blended into one. So it's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are going to get to hear your music firsthand in the next few videos that are coming out. This one is just for us to get to know you a little bit better. So when was the first time you picked up a guitar?
So I was 15. It's been about 10 years now.
Did you teach yourself?
I had a teacher for, like, a year and a half, and then after that I, like, taught myself completely. Like,
do you play any other instruments?
Yeah. So I play bass, I play drums, I play keys, I sing, and I play the uke. Uke was a new addition because I couldn't play it. But then, like, this spring, I just went to Hunza, and over there, like, there was a uke, and, like, I was like, okay, time to become best friends with this instrument. So
yeah, that's sort of how it goes, right? Like, you just have to kind of, like, keep going at it.
Yeah.
So for kids out there that are just starting out and they're, like, daunted by, you know, the getting into an instrument or whatever, which one would you suggest we would go with first?
I mean, it just depends on, like, what they're interested in. I think, like, nothing is too daunting if you have an interest in it. Like, if, like, you like the sound of a piano, I feel like if you like it enough, you, like, overcome the hurdles. That's what my feeling is. And, like, it's honestly, like, not that hard. You just have to, like, be kind of, like, a little bit disciplined in the beginning, and then, like, naturally you, like, build the habit and the momentum. So I don't think there's it's just like where your interest lies, honestly.
Right, fair. Coming back to your music a little bit, what is it that you want people to kind of take away from your music that you're putting out? Also, how much of it are you putting out?
Yeah. So, okay, to answer the second question first, because
going all over the place.
So how much am I putting out? So I just released a new song called Rogi, and I like when I hear that song, I'm like, I made something. Like, I feel proud of it. Like every time I listen to it, I'm like, this is a really cool song.
It is. I heard it and we thought so too.
Thanks.
And it's going to be playing on 89, so people will hear it.
Iconic. Thank you.
Yeah.
So what I want I want essentially people to feel the way I did when I heard my favorite artists. Like that they had just discovered somebody who was relatable, who was trying something different, who was making music that meant something to them. I think that's the core of it. Like I want this to be the kind of music which you don't listen to like a summer hit, not the kind of music which you listen to for 1 month and you forget about it. I want it to be the music that like you listen to for the rest of your life. Like that's the kind of music I'm trying to make. Like Pink Floyd, like Dark Side of the Moon was on the charts for over 30 years because that just had soul in it. It was very authentic. So I want my music to radiate that authenticity, to have messages in it which mean something to people, which help them through, their hard times, which, help them understand who they are, or help them, process their emotions, or maybe just show them something cool or show them something exciting and real so that they can embody that themselves.
So do you put a lot of pressure when you're writing the lyrics to each and every song? Because I mean, most lyrics come from within you.
Yeah.
So do you feel like with any, like for example, this song, do you feel like it's going to resonate with the audiences? Do you think that the kids that are listening these days will be able to connect with it instantly? Because there's also lots of different generations that are listening to you now.
So I don't, like, obviously I can't, when I'm writing a song, I'm like not like able to predict at all who will listen, who will not. But I do really believe in this song. Like I do really believe in it because I believe it's real. I believe that every element I have thought of, like, and just put so much attention to detail and love in it. And I just feel like it's I don't know if I'm sounding like big-headed or anything, but I feel like it's like a good track. And even if it's something different from what people are listening to, I believe it will resonate because it's that I'm going to go a little bit like philosophical right now. So it's like, that whole Rumi quote, or like what you seek is seeking you. So if I had the need to make this music, there must be people out there who need to hear it as well. So that's how I feel.
Absolutely. That's brilliant. The melody. I love the melody.
Thank you. Yeah.
I love and you came up with it completely, right? How does it come to you randomly?
It just
strumming one day, jamming.
Yeah, it just happens.
And then you just put stuff together.
It just happens. That's just all I can say. Like maybe it's like influenced by something I've been listening to, or like a state of mind I've been in, or something that's happened in my life. But I think the whole thing just like it feels like something overcomes me, and then I just like feel like this energy like pouring out.
And as I was listening to you play it earlier, I did get undertones of rock in there. Yeah. I definitely got especially with the strumming and stuff. There were a lot of. So I'm really excited for everyone else to like actually go ahead and watch it. I'm going to do a little bit of a rapid fire with you because 89 we do these fun things.
Yeah, fun.
So what was the last song that you listened to on repeat?
On repeat, honestly, it's probably just been Lunch by Billie Eilish. What a song. Like, it's so good. It's crazy.
So I'm assuming Billie Eilish would be like your top 3 right now.
In terms of my artists? Yeah, maybe.
Who do you listen to normally? Like who's artists from like around the world? Who do you listen to?
Okay, so I'm really into Pink Panthers.
I love Pink Panthers.
I love Pink Panthers. Who else? The Strokes are like always around. Then I'm listening to, from like local artists, a lot of Natasha Humaira Ijaz. I think her music, her album is crazy.
Her album was insane.
Yeah.
And I really hope that she wins that. Like she submitted for the Grammys as well.
Yeah,
so.
I think it didn't happen.
Oh, it didn't happen.
But like I was like, you're wrong.
The fact that she went ahead and did it and worked towards it, I mean, that's a huge thing.
Yeah, but I just think
we'll give her one.
Yeah.
We'll give her one.
She deserves like 50,000 times more than what recognition she's getting.
Absolutely. Okay, your go-to karaoke song.
Karaoke song, oh my god, Supermassive Black Hole by Muse.
Oh wow, that's a good one. That's a good one. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, or like a comfort food that you love.
If I could only eat one food, maybe like, I don't know, I was going to say sushi, but I feel like I'd get sick of it. I literally thought about like my favorite foods like yesterday. Maybe ramen or something.
Okay, most people go with biryani.
Oh,
like most people. But when it comes to fashion, who are your style inspirations?
Oh, Lana Del Rey is a big one. But then I don't really have like a particular person, but I'm very much into like kind of alt-ish fashion. Like, like
Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, but like
Stevie Nicks is a little darker.
Yeah, like even like slightly leaning from that like anime core, influenced by that, to like that retro thing, but to the super girly stuff. I can't say like name a particular person, but like definitely the slightly weird stuff.
Cool. Okay. No, but it's cool. It's different, right? You don't want to be one of the everybody.
Yeah. Maybe Taylor Momsen's a good one because like she looks iconic all the time.
What about a Pakistani artist that you want to collaborate with?
So
like on your wish list.
On my wish list, I think there are two mainly. So like I've realized over like recently that I don't like love collaborating so much, like not for any other reason, but just because like that's not the kind of musician I am. But there are like two people who always stay in my mind. One is he's this Lahore-based DJ, and well, not DJ, he does DJ, but like he's a producer and he's incredible, but he likes that like ganda, grimy stuff. His name is Malik. So he does like kind of, he loves like drum and bass, like heavy stuff, like it's crazy. Super talented. So him, just because I think we could make really cool, fun, dancey music. And then Young Stunners.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, because it's so different.
Your sounds, merging those sounds would be amazing. Okay. Yeah. So where can people find you?
Okay.
For our listeners, and where can they come and follow you? Where can they come and find new stuff that's coming up?
Okay, so I guess there are three main things. I have Instagram, I have YouTube, and I have Spotify. My music videos are on YouTube. My songs are on Spotify, and like just generally like most of where I keep people up to date is on Instagram. So that's Instagram. My username is @AsteriaMusic _ because Asteria and the other stuff was taken. Like I couldn't do anything.
That's fine. Yeah. They'll find you. I mean, there aren't that many Asterias in Pakistan. Yeah, so you guys, I mean, now you know what she looks like. They'll find you. All right, cool. So we're going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for doing this. And we hope to see you again, hopefully next time in Lahore.
Yeah, that would be so amazing. Yeah, thank you for having me. Cool. It's been fun. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks.